What's up? It's your boy Omega SMG coming at you with a new video. And this is definitely something. It's a bit more interesting than normal. 1 second. Why do I have two patterns of this? Pretty sure I only use one. There is no difference. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna be like a Travis Scott, like a No Flockin' Kodak Black type beat, just has that feel to it. So this I made, and I didn't do all the stuff I would do on like an actual beat. So if, as you can see, my guitar, I do have a guitar lead on here. I didn't actually record it like the bad boy I am, but instead I got lazy and just used MIDI. So just small stuff like that. It isn't super well mixed or anything, but it is there. So yeah, so let's go and start breaking stuff down. So we go ahead and we start off with two sounds layered over, doing the exact same chord progression, except one of them has gross beat on them to give it a different feel. So let's go over the sounds used. So if you've ever used Omnisphere before or heard any trap beat ever, you're gonna recognize the bell. It's in memoriam. You can see it if Omnisphere ever loads. However, Omnisphere crashes my version of FL Studio a lot, so no promises whatsoever. In fact, this is taking really long to load. I hope that it doesn't crash. There. I changed pretty much nothing about it. Yeah, just leave it like that, and then I layer it with the piano. And then the piano has some effects on it, so let's go over the effects on both of these. So the bell starts off with half speed, gross beat, as always. It's not even a real beat if it doesn't have a half speed, gross speed, half beat, gross beat, and then just low cut. Then with the piano we have pro Q, cut out the low end, leave room for the 808, add a flanger in there, and then gross beat. It is a 1.5 beat shuffle, and then on top of that, for automation of the piano, we have an LFO that modulates the pitch so that it's wobbly. I'll go ahead and let you guys hear it. This gives it a lot more of a vibey sound, especially considering it's just supposed to be filler for the background and not supposed to be like the lead of the song or anything. It like having more vibiness works, and it's why I have so many why I have a flanger on it. So then we go ahead and we get our next sound right here, just this 808, really gritty. So 808, it's my YouTube 808. I just took off the decay and made it full sustain, and I have FabFilter Saturn on it. We're using the lead amp preset because it's beautiful. And then the pattern itself, really stop and go. You can hear that. So then we move on to this, and this is where we got a lot to go over. So I'll go ahead and start off with the easy stuff to go over, the synth bass. So I'll go and just let a bar or two play out. So, pretty crazy drum pattern. Let's go and go over that synth bass first. So it's a jobby bass with some effects on it, because like what No Flock and a lot of Travis Scott beats have in common is they have a lot of retro sounds in them. So use them to Jupiter 8. This just has Decapitator on it to make it sexier. Like Decapitator turns it into more of a modern sound, makes it more like a modern synth bass. Then we have these drums, all about some crazy drums. So we have two kicks. We have the low kick IH, it's my go-to really, and then a high kick, which is from some Clams Casino kit. This had some reverb on it, and it did have some nice punch to it, but I like the high end. It sounded like this. It sounded more like a taiko drum than anything. So I let it fill in the high end, and then just went crazy with it from there. Very light kicks. They aren't all over the place, but very on the grid, very aggressive. Then we go ahead and move on to our snares and claps. So here we see we got this light snare. This is snare MN and NM from X Drums. This is what that pattern sounds like. Then we have a heavy snare, which very rarely comes in when it's not the 3 and the 7. Then we have our clap that is exclusively used on the 3 and the 7. That has an unpleasing low end that I just noticed. I'm sorry, I'm just doing some slight mixing. There, got that out. Now that will no longer bother me. Oh. Okay, so we have all that. Then we have our snares. Then we have our hi-hats, which starts off as just basic 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, and then we move on to a triple pattern with a lot more rhythm to it. So yeah, they're hi-hats. Then we move on to where we get more melodies in here. So we got our glockenspiel and electric guitar added in here. So let's go over what we have here. So glockenspiel, go ahead and solo that. So a little bit of attack on there. I'll go and open up Omnisphere. Actually, I'm not going to open up Omnisphere. It's a dry glockenspiel with some attack added in there, and then lots of reverb. You get this. Really shimmery, but it fits into the beat really well. Now let's move on to the electric guitar, this thing that I would play in real life if I felt like turning on my amp and making that noise. So we have Guitar Rig, running it through Screamer, Spring Reverb, and the Plex amp emulation. This actually isn't very similar to my amp in real life, but Guitar Rig doesn't have anything that I like quite as much as that. And then we have ProQ, just cut out the really high end. That's because pretty much everything above 6K on an electric guitar is amp noise, so I just cut that out so that I have more room in the mix for the high end. So then we get to move on to this, where we get the verse. I'm stuttering so bad. So we get a lot more variation in the 808, and then we get an open hi-hat. This open hi-hat is actually just absolutely amazing for rhythm, and it's a cheat for me now. So pretty much take the open hi-hat, put it on all sustain, no release or decay, so it's just when you say it is, and then add reverb to it, because this has just an insane amount of character. So it's just really heavy. It has so much there. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's something that I love to hear. Then when we go into this, we go ahead and start using that guitar lead again, except we bumped up an octave. And it just sounds really gritty. It works. So I'll go ahead and play the beat in full. Yeah, if you like this video, smash that like button. If you don't like this video, smash that dislike button. I don't really care. If you hate me and want to show it, leave a comment. I don't really care. It makes me rank higher in the search results. This is your boy Omega SMG signing off.